Bonjour, bonjour all. It is Thursday, December 5th, and here I am. She doesn't need an introduction. I am down here, of course, at Notre-Dame. It's before sunrise. It's about 8:10 a.m., which is fun because the street lights are still on and the prefecture is still decorated with its blue, white, and red in the front. But I'm going to give you a little walk around, and I just got here, so I didn't walk around yet. And I was going to give you a bit of an update of what to expect this weekend if you are going to be watching the festivities. It's very windy today, tiny bit rainy, and the not so great news is that it is supposed to be really bad this weekend, including gusts of wind that could be up to 70 miles an hour, specifically on Saturday afternoon to evening, which is when the big event takes place. But we shall see. Hopefully there'll be maybe a little, divine intervention on that. But it is chilly. Everything is still blocked up. It's like they have a bunch of things being delivered into here. I'm going to get on the other side. It might be a bit before I could get across. So just 1 second. Okay, it's just about in. So I can spot here in the tent some TV screens. So, and there are the night of, there will be a concert. So part of it, the truck's still not going. I think it had to get recalibrated. There will be a concert out here. So there'll be a concert out here on the parve. There's just a ton of security around here when you have 50 heads of state coming this weekend. It's going to be quite busy. Past here. And also maneuver my umbrella with the wind. I've been trying to find how you could watch the opening in the U.S. and as of yesterday, I could not find anything. I'm sure it is going to be something, but if it's 7 p.m. here, that's going to be 1 in the afternoon on the East Coast. So I'm sure a lot of the major channels maybe will have it, CNN, but I could not find anything. I could not find listings that mentioned anything. France 24, France 24, they have a YouTube station where you could watch them live, so you could do that without a VPN. But other than that, a VPN really is kind of the way to go. VPN is really the greatest. You could do that and then find France.tv. France, that is, and you can set up an account, but you will have to have the VPN to be able to get to that. I'm just gonna get over here to the corner for this cute little one. Of course, it's really raining. Today is Thursday. That means just 2 more days. 3 for the first people, members of the public, to get back in. Tickets did go up finally on Tuesday, the 3rd. It took about till 11, I think it was. They went live and they were gone very quickly. Those are only the tickets for Mass. So it was only, sorry about the umbrella. It's only the tickets for Mass from Sunday through the 15th. And that is what went quickly. But beginning tomorrow, or I'm sorry, Saturday, it will be the way the new system works going forward. So Saturday, the 7th, and we don't know when, so that's always completely up in the air. But on Saturday, the 7th, tickets, oh, it's open. Look at that. Okay, 1 second. Okay, my umbrella just turned inside out. Like this poor sweet security man. Look at that. Hopefully this truck doesn't go. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Oh my. I'm a little worried about these light trees with these wind gusts we might be getting. Stand under here. We can peek. So what's going to happen on Saturday is that first the president will be here, President Macron. He will make a speech out in front, not inside. That was the last time he did that, was last Friday. This, he now cannot, separation of church and state. But he will make a speech outside on Saturday. I'm guessing maybe 6:37 because it's 7:40-ish. The Archbishop, oh my gosh, the Archbishop will then go inside. Oh, here's some more light trees. The Archbishop will then go to the door, the door of the Last Judgment, the center door, and he will bang on it 3 times. And they're just slowly leaking out this information of how it's going to go Saturday. So it's going to keep on changing. But you know what I love? Okay, this is just the coolest thing. So when he knocks on it, what he's going to knock on the door with is a piece of one of the burnt beams of the forest. So how cool is that? That it is a piece, a piece of the roof that was once there since the Middle Ages, 19th century, or 19th century, and they'll knock on the door with that. And so he will knock on the door 3 times, and the church will respond with Psalms 121 in song. And the singers, there'll be 90 singers that will be replying, and then he will go inside the church. He does not address the altar because that won't be consecrated until the next day on Sunday. But he will come in and then he will wake up the organ. And to wake up the organ, he will basically talk to the organ, and the organ will respond. I'm sure the organist knows what he's going to respond with, but apparently it's supposed to be completely random. It's not like a specific, it's not a specific song that is played. And then they will all go inside of the church. So the service, without doing the whole complete Catholic Mass, because of the fact that it is not the consecrated altar, they will not be doing communion, and it will end around 9 p.m. And at 9 p.m. is when the concert will start. So there is all sorts of people that are going to be a part of it, including, they have mentioned Pharrell Williams, and a lot of international singers and musicians that will be here playing. And that will be the classical and opera singers will be inside the church, and the more contemporary artists will be outside the church. So like Pharrell Williams, he will be outside the church. And I read an article that said that he doesn't know what he's going to be doing. He will not do one of his songs. He will do something that is more fitting for the moment. But it's gonna be very exciting. But the weather could play into this a lot. We are calling this the third, oh my gosh, my umbrella, sorry. We are calling this the third opening ceremony of Paris this year. This being, I think, the best. But if you recall the opening ceremony of the Olympics, the weather that night was pretty horrible. So hopefully it is not that bad, but it's supposed to be raining the whole rest of the weekend, and it's definitely raining a lot more than it was when I left my apartment. So I'm gonna go around the corner and go to the other side and see what we could find. Oh, the street lights just went off. So we'll see what we could see up above, what they're doing, if they've done any more work on the spire. And I'll see you in 1 second. We're back on the left bank here. Again, more of the, what they call the silt area, going all the way down to the next bridge after this. And the police are everywhere. They're all very, very kind. I do love it when it's all closed off like this. But what this does is it kind of wreaks havoc everywhere. Trying to get down here in my neighborhood, it was really difficult because that's right about where they could turn past, no. So here, I feel for those guys if they're up there working today. But I don't see a lot of people up there. So hopefully maybe they have a morning. I think it's mostly just this morning it's gonna rain, but one never knows. In Paris, you never trust the weather here, or the weather apps, I should say. Oh, I could hear a little bit of sounds. Oh, look, it's kind of neat. Look, you could see the windows through here. I really love how they have really put a focus on all of the workers. I'm going to do some things on all my various different little networks to share more about a few of the people that have actually worked on it, which the stories are so amazing. I love it. All different ages. So all of these businesses down here below, they've had to close. The businesses on the island have to close Saturday and Sunday completely. The Bucanese had to close starting yesterday through the weekend. But I'll tell you what, they wouldn't be open on a day like this anyway. So, I mean, with the weather the way it's going to be, they would be closed anyway. But it's always great for them to have a few days. Here's something I love about Paris and France. You know, you go other places and it's beer bottles and stuff left around on the street. Here it's wine. So yeah, I don't always see some people up there. But there is, I think I bought 3 more magazines yesterday. It's quite exciting. Every magazine in Paris has a special issue about Notre-Dame. I haven't even had time to flip through all of them, and it's probably a lot of the same information. I don't care. I must have it all. So the buttresses on that side are down. Just checking the hangers underneath the buttresses. As I mentioned before in another video, I try not to be repetitive in case you've seen every single one of them. If you haven't, go back and check them all out. But the hangers that they started putting in place in June of 2019, that they place underneath each of the buttresses, they have started to take those out. So they started here on the south side, the southwest end up there that you could see to the left of the rose window. And then here to the right, they'll do those next. The ones on the north side will probably be last, as well as the back, because that's where they're going to do work on the buttresses after the reopening, they will finish the open work of the spire, which is what they're getting started on now. And then they will work on the buttresses and the apse of the church, which is at the back part. And then, of course, we have all of the work that will go on outside, landscaping it. But look at the lights on in there. So amazing that life has come back inside of the cathedral. Today, we're also going to record an episode for the podcast for this Monday about the exhibits you can see in Paris. There's 3 right now that you can see dedicated to Notre-Dame. There's another one coming up next week that I'm really excited about that I'm going to go check out and I'll share with you. So it's really fantastic. And most of these things will run through March. It's usually kind of when things open here. Late fall, they usually go to March. Everything is about the school calendar here. So if they're every 6 weeks, approximately, there's 2 weeks off for students, and everything kind of revolves around that. And with that, it also, so they'll come back, they need a little time after they come back to, settle back into work, and then they'll get ready and open exhibits. But in France today, apparently they're going to need a new prime minister, and I've had a couple of people ask me exactly what that means. If you're coming to Paris, really it's not going to matter a lot to you, except for it is strike season. It is strike and protest season, including today. There's a rather large strike going on that I don't believe is affecting transportation a whole lot, except for flights, hospitals, schools. All of those things are affected, but I don't think it's really affecting the metro very much. But it is strike season, so this is when they love to have protests. So just be aware. So look at that. She's looking pretty good. Go over here to the side. Sounds like it's slowed down on the rain a little, thankfully. But I'm really excited. I'm going to just try to come by here Saturday morning, really early, since the opening ceremonies will be in the late afternoon, early evening. It's going to be, I don't think it should be too bad in the morning, but definitely Sunday morning it's not going to be good, because I think that mass is going to start at 10:30, so that will be a little bit more difficult for everybody to watch if you are in the US. But keep an eye. I put my newsletter out yesterday and put all the information that we know as of now about coming to visit and what you need to know as far as tickets and everything, hours, all of that. I put that on my newsletter, but I also put it on my website. So if you go to ClaudineHemingway.com, it's the first thing you're going to see, and I'll keep that updated every day as we get some information. The app also just came out. The app is fantastic. Go to the App Store, type in Notre-Dame du Paris, and it is going to be the one that's a beautiful kind of Persian blue with a big N and D. That is the one you want. There's a lot of them, so just be careful, get that one. And it's fantastic, and I recommend downloading that. It's in French, English, and Spanish, so you select your language, and then you can click visit, and then there's three different paths to download. So download those now, even if you can't be here, and you could check it out. I definitely recommend downloading that before you come to the church. So if you are going to be coming, just download it, when you're in our hotel or home, when you have Wi-Fi, because sometimes those things aren't so great, and our signals aren't so fantastic in Paris that downloading apps sometimes is difficult. But that's on now, and you can also book your tickets on there. But remember, you could only book a ticket the day before, which is kind of more technically 2 days. So like this Saturday the 7th, you could book your ticket for Monday the 9th. So what is available right now is the tickets outside of Mass. So The Mass is all sold out from the 8th to the 15th, but what will be able to be booked on Saturday for Monday would be the tickets from 3:30 to 5, and then after Mass. But you could also still come and line up. I'm coming twice next week. I was invited by Notre-Dame for one of the masses, and I'm so excited about, and I will share that. And then I had a fantastic follower grab me a ticket for one of the other days. But I'm going to still try to come Monday, because that's the first day really to get in here. Sunday is, you will not even be able to line up unless you have a ticket. It will be kind of a mess. And the entrance, I believe, is going to be all the way down there. You're going to have to come in on that street, I believe, but that might change, and I will put all the information up. And of course, things are going to change after this opening week a bit as well. So once all these tents come down, which I think won't be until probably the 16th, it'll be even better. So, all right, guys, thank you so much for this little impromptu. And I'll try to come down Saturday morning too, but make sure you're following me at ClaudineHemingway.com, and also Bleu Blanc Rouge, Claudine Bleu Blanc Rouge on Instagram, and also on my Facebook, Bleu Blanc Rouge, and of course YouTube. So, and I will keep you all updated on all of the information. I try to bring you the part of Paris few do. So the non-cliche Paris, the deeper, fantastic, historic Paris. So thank you guys, and share it with everybody you know. If you want to leave a tip, you could send one to PayPal or Venmo at ClaudineHemingway.com. All right, guys, thank you so much, and I will see you in a day or two.